Well, good morning, Honolulu video outreach time. I guess I'll make this part of my nonprofit organization called Second Chances. I have MHM Enterprises, which is my regular for-profit business, and I have Second Chances, which is my nonprofit. So maybe I'll make my video series and blogs part of my nonprofit. It's about giving people another chance in this world. Things haven't worked out the way they thought, the way they planned. It's about giving people another go. Let's try it again. I'm definitely about that if people's heart is right and they're ready to do right. I'm ready to help them. Out here in front of St. Andrew's Church, supposedly the oldest church in the state. Some say yay, some say nay. I took some photos of the castle. It's a palace. This is more of a palace area as opposed to castles. It's a little small palace next door to here. I took a picture of that last night. That's one of the other queen's palaces. I don't know which queen it is. Her palace is right across from the governor's building, state building, which is right on the other side of Iolani Palace. That's interesting. They got two palaces uh, encompassing the governor's building. So there's another one a little bit further down. It's a mini mansion is what it is. Some of them are mansions and some of them are palaces. So they got another little mini mansion area on the other side down there by the state. Uh, the city is the city building. It's two city buildings. One is a mini mansion. That's where we're supposed to stay at. The adopted members of the royal family. And then the other, shut up, get out of here. I'm not going to the hospital. The other one is, it's a royal family library. It was the library that the royal family used for themselves. The other library that's down here by the church is across from another church. It's a very old church right there. That's for the workers and affiliates of the royal family. That's their library. I don't step foot in that library. I don't mess with it. And then you've got like a park area out here where they have little music events and stuff. Then there's another building on Kapiolani where the dealerships are at. That's the dredging building. That's a royal family building. You've got this building across the street. See this one? This is the Leo Papa Kamehameha building. That's one of the buildings. It's a state building now. I think it has state offices. And then they have the Princess building down there. It's across also from the palace. It has the princess name on it. And then they have this building right here. This is the Museum of Art. The Hawaii State Art Museum. That's a palace, mini mansion. This Leo Papa building, it's just a regular building that they named after him. But it's a regular building. It's not a house of any sort. Now the State Art Museum, it is Leo Papa's art. That's not me. The State Art Museum building, that's where it's like, it looks like a bit of a palace, but it's more like a mansion. It's more like a mansion. They converted it into an art museum. But you've got some interesting building structures that you can't figure out if it's a palace or a mansion. It's just buildings that they converted over to use for other purposes. You know, and some of this is just regular buildings that the Americans built or somebody built and they named it after the royal family. Like the Princess building and this Leo Papa building, those are regular looking buildings. The post office down there, that's another like a mini mansion. It's more like a mansion that they converted over to the post office. Sorry, bitch, I won that. I'm not Lil Papa, you dumb bitch. Shut up. Fuck you too. Stay your motherfucking ass in Japan. I don't know why hermaphrodites think everybody else looks like a man and they don't. Like, you have a finger to point at everybody, but you don't want to talk about your genitalia. You do have a finger. You have two fingers to point, actually. Anyway, continuing on what I was saying. Uh, so the U.S. Post Office right there across the palace, I think that's like a mini mansion slash palace. It's two or three buildings over there. Like they converted to post office and different stuff. Those, I think you'll see them. They surround Iolani Palace. It's quite a few buildings and spots like that. They look like a mini mansion or a mansion, and they're similar to the palace. They're pretty similar, but they're just not centrally located like the palace. Yeah, the one across the street is almost as nice as the palace, but you see they gave it a different design, so it doesn't look as extravagant. It's nice. It's extravagant, but not like the palace is. You see how they centrally located it, put a church on the property, and made it look really, really extravagant. So those buildings are not, constructed like that, but they're very nice. They're not ugly at all. So you've got like several little palaces and mansions and mini mansions surrounding Iolani Palace that they converted over to different stuff. They're not using the whole building for that. They're just using part of the building for that. So part of the building, I'm sure the royal family uses, in part the Americans or whoever uses. That's what it looks like. I don't think they're using the whole building. It's a big building. I'm like, I don't think you're using all that building for whatever you're doing. So that's good. They preserved some of the building. They just renting it out. Trying to make some cash. Um, I'm working on trying to help them preserve their buildings and get them away from these people because they're starting to act like, okay, these are our buildings. We run this shit, and y'all don't exist anymore. And I'm like, that's not really true. The royal family does exist. Y'all don't really run everything, and you have to kind of balance this shit out because I just get tired of them acting like the royal family has totally disappeared and they have no say so, they have no authority. I'm like, that's not true. They have a lot of authority and they keep a lot of the traditions going. They keep people under control, a lot of strict control. So, you can't continue on with the state of Hawaii without the royal family because nobody knows the traditions and the ins and outs of this state like they do. They know the language, they know everything. Even I was talking to one of them the other day, and she started speaking their language and everything. Like, what the heck. They're the ones that have this state well preserved, to where the language, the traditions, all the luau's, parties, all that is preserved. They're the ones that preserve them. They're the experts. They know everything. They the ones that established that in this state. So they are very valuable. You have to keep them around. If you don't keep them around, this state will turn into just a regular ass state. It won't be Hawaii no more. It'll just be a regular state like Florida or something. So you have to keep them in a situation and give them respect and let them keep the state, the way it's supposed to be. So it's a kingdom. They have to preserve the kingdom and the traditions and lifestyle, the everyday ongoings of the kingdom that they created. So I think they are important. In each Pacific kingdom, the royal family is important, and they need to express that and stop saying that they're not important. I'm like they're important in every ocean kingdom of the Pacific. There's several royal families of the Pacific Islands, and each royal family of the Pacific has value. So the Hawaiian royal family has value. Palau, Kiribati, Bora, Tonga, all of them. Sorry. Each royal family of the Pacific has value, has purpose. It means a lot to the island chain that they are a part of. So I try to have respect for them. And I hope the state of Hawaii starts having respect for their royal family and doing something for them. They make us pay regular bus fare down. They weren't doing it. I just give it over to the library system for printouts, even though they shut the printers down. And as I moved down here, they started pushing us to act like, oh, you ain't royal, you're just a regular person. I don't believe that because I know they put a lot of stipulations on us of what we cannot do. Like I go to these ministries to get help, they won't help me. They don't help royal family members. You have to go to the Catholic Church, or sometimes like little independent churches will help you if they have like stuff that you could just easily qualify for. But if you go like for certain types of assistance at these ministries in different places, they'll say no. You're a royal family member, you cannot get help, and they don't like you to get welfare out here. You ask them if you could go in the buildings, like the buildings that we're supposed to be running. You ask them, can I go in that building? They'll say no. Say no, you can't go in. Like why? Because you're part of that family and you might try to, cause a problem in the building. Okay. Because I think numerous members of the royal family have tried to, go into the buildings that were built and owned by the royal family one time, and they're like, no, you can't go in there. Why? I mean, our family did build this building, and they owned it. No, it's not owned by y'all anymore, so you can't go in there. Like, that's crazy. It's only one building I found that was built and owned by the royal family. It's a palace down there by the Eva Beach. They're using it as a five-star restaurant for the Japanese and different visitors and stuff. And the dude that runs it is Japanese. He's a descendant of the king, I think. So he did get one of the king's building, but he turned to a five-star restaurant. It's a palace. It's pretty nice. So he did, preserve a building of the family. Unfortunately, he had to go to the Japanese to do it. I tried to get a hotel room at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and they took the room and gave it to Green Eyes and several other fucking pieces. And, but not the trans people. They eventually got it from her ass after she brought so many fucking prostitutes in there for sex. But that's a Royal Hawaiian Marriott. They did that. And then they had a Royal Grove, which is the one that's specifically for royal family members. It's a Royal Grove. I couldn't get a book in there though. It was tough to book there. I had to book the Royal Hawaiian. It didn't work out at all. That's a Marriott property. There's a King Kuhio hotel. I tried to book there. That didn't work out. They're run by Westgate. Um, Whatever that company is, Westgate. And then that's two of the hotels I could think of. Three. But I think the Marriott is no good. I wouldn't deal with the Marriott. The Kikuhio from that's Westgate and the Royal Grove, you might be able to deal with them too. You have to really, 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 really just figure that out. If you're a royal family member, I would try them too. If you're just a regular person, try any of them. Try any hotel you want. Good luck. So, yeah, the rooms are 600 a night, which I don't care. That doesn't bother me in the least. I'm like 600 a night is not that much for me. I don't care. They're like, well, in this island chain, for a room that's six something a night, you have to be this, that, this. They have a list of specs and fucking protocols that you have to meet to get a room that's 600 or 700 a night. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna never, 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 get qualified through your list. So what else can I do? Oh well, you can go to a cheap room. I can't go to a cheap room. I'm an adopted member of the royal family in the state. I don't think that's appropriate. It makes my stomach turn thinking about it. It makes me want to vomit. Like, why would a royal family member go to a cheap room? Isn't that disgusting? Wouldn't you get a curse that would make your body break out in weird shit? Just stop, drop, and roll. That shit's gonna make you feel sick. Like you talking about like a Motel 6 or Super 8 or something. Like, hell no. You know a royal family member will get sick and probably break out with weird shit all over their skin. Like, no, no, no. I'm trying to make weird shit happen to me. Like, I'm not doing it. A royal family member should stay in a room that's at least 400 a night. If it's 300 a night, you're going to start feeling sick. It has to be at least 400 a night. And that's for the lower level members like myself. We're adopted. For the higher level, regular descendants, they should stay in rooms that's like 700 a night. Because it's just like that. And they put us through a lot of bad shit. They won't let us get no type of help. We literally have to sit here and panhandle and wait for people to help us. So that's why we should get the higher level rooms, because we go through a lot of bad stuff. Seriously. Yeah, we do need help. They did put us off the damn throne. We do need help. Y'all are crazy. We're not in in ultimate authority here anymore. We're just kind of like ceremonial aloha people. So it's tough. And when you go through that type of shit, you should have a $700 room. You need a $75 room. Hell, you gonna turn into a frog in that damn room. You go in there a person and come out a damn frog. I wouldn't do no shit like that. That's not appropriate. These fucking people don't want to hear that. I'm like, well, if the shoe was on the other foot and this was you going through this shit, you wouldn't want nobody putting you in a cheap ass room. And you're in the royal family in that vicinity. Come on, man. Seriously. What if you was the one in the royal family, you ass white? Man, clog your ass up. That's not right. There's some fucking sorry, racist pieces of shit in this world. And they'll do you like that. So I'm just, I'm fighting the good fight against their ass from blocking us from getting decent rooms and decent living quarters. They want us to be in cockroach infested, nasty ass room. Like, come on, man. We're not supposed to go through that. That's not right. They say, well, you are black. I like, if you are whack, why do you come to Hawaii trying to judge black people? You can't judge black people in this state. They the ones took over the fucking state. They established the state. They brought the islands together as one country. So how can you judge blacks when they did all that work? It's too much work. Too much work. That's why I just fight the good fight in this state. Boy, they went through a hell of a time trying to establish all these islands into one country. It's 130 something islands that they established in one country, and then it turned over to a state. Yes, black people did that for you. So please do not judge the black race when they were able to do that for you. And don't put us in no cheap fucking hotel rooms. Not here. Now, when we go other places where we're not royal family, fine, give me a cheap room. But here, while I'm in the royal family, don't give me no cheap ass fucking hotel room. That's embarrassing. It's disgusting. It's unacceptable. No. Do that to the British. Put the British royal family in some cheap Motel 6 room in London, England, and see how they feel. Go to the cheap rooms over there in Britain. You gonna fall out on the floor rolling around like a damn fucking fish. You ain't got to figure nothing out. You need to mind your business. Let us figure it out. We don't need you to figure nothing out. Mind your business and run your own country. Look at the white birds flying over this morning. Thank you. You don't need to run nothing over here. We can do it on DIY. And it's not about the Communist Party. I just took the money out of their accounts. So it's not about that. The Communist Party didn't establish this state, so they don't run this state. And I've been having a lot of fights with them about that. Y'all didn't establish this state, and you don't run this state. I understand the king and queen were communists, but they were not the first king and queen. There was lineages before them of that family and after. There was before and after kings and queens, before the main two. You know the main two, they're the ones that united all the islands, but the kingdom was established before them. And it carried on after them too. Kamehameha and Queen Kalama. They were the main, the most popular two, but there was people before them that was their ancestors, kings and queens, and then people after them, they descendants, kings and queens. And then the last one was the queen that lost the islands. I forgot her name. She's at the Honolulu Harbor. They have a plaque about her. She was a mixed person. She was not black. By the time they lost the islands, they had become frogs, mixed. And she lost the whole island chain. And she was a mixed person. She wasn't black. Mixed with frog, thinking. And the Americans took over and took her to a homeless shelter. So I said, mixed people are not slave owners, okay? So do not subscribe to that. And so they've been putting us in the streets ever since. They've been making us bums ever since because they took her to a homeless shelter, I'm guessing. So the rest of us got impacted by that. which usually happens, when they do something to a mixed person, they do it to everybody. So, we're fighting that bum situation, um, of being put in the streets and homeless shelters because they did that to the queen. The Americans did that to the queen. I said that's why they put us in the streets like that, because they did that to her. And they do it to you as soon as you get here too. As soon as you get off the plane, bam, they make your ass a homeless person. Like, this is great. Mhm. So, the hotel owners think we're a bunch of bullshit. Like, I don't know why I need to give your ass a room. Y'all got put out, thrown, put in homeless shelters and thrown in the street. I like, yeah, but you using our name on your fucking building. You can't be using names of the royal family on your building and then don't want to give us a room. I like, man, y'all better do something. I told you, quit letting them people use your name and all that royal monarchy stuff. I like, don't let them use your name, any royalty, monarchy stuff on their hotels, and then they don't let your ass in there. Seriously. Some of them are white, some of them are Polynesian, Pacific Islanders, some of them look at Japanese. They all different, colors, shapes, sizes now. Some of them have cloned themselves over and stuff, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say just in general that, the whole family is not being treated correctly. They start to turn against each other. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing about race or color. I'm just saying in general. Uh, this is how we're being treated, and it started to become a problem. Excuse me. And that's it. So, this is one of my Hawaii travel videos. So I put this under my Hawaii travel video stuff, and just giving y'all general information and whereabout warnings and stuff. This is stuff that I'm learning as I go, and that's it. I was talking about lawn care work for females out here, because there's a lot of lawn and garden work out here that needs to be done, because they got leaves stacked up everywhere. They need to get these leaves off the sidewalk because it builds up fungus. So there's a lot of lawn and garden work that needs to be done, and they don't want to let females do it. And I told the females that they need to start a women's rights work group, so women have rights to get certain type of work. Because a lot of the females here have to live with a guy. They can't afford to live on their own. And this type of work of lawn and garden, it's good for females that don't have education or vocational training. It's tough to get education and vocational training here. It's very expensive. Very expensive. Right? You can get financial aid and pay for it, but you have to be really, really diligent about getting done with your school. They'll only pay for 6 years. That's enough to get a master's degree. But that means you can't fail no classes. You can't repeat no semesters. You have to get everything done on time. And that'll pay for you a master's degree. It's tough for minorities to do that. The only minorities that can do that is really Asians. So you get your years of schooling in with your FAFSA, financial aid, and then you go from there. For people that don't choose to take that route, which is a lot of people here are not going to take that route. They're not going to go to school and do their little master's degree, bachelor's degree. That's your business. I ain't going to get off into it. Lawn and garden work is prevalent in these islands and is relevant because there's a lot of trees, grass, flowers, and everything everywhere, leaves everywhere, dirt, everything. So I think it's relevant for females to push to get those jobs and get those lawn and garden businesses established, because they can come in and cut the grass, trim the trees, get all these leaves off the ground, you know, trim the bushes down, plant more flowers, which they don't want no more flowers planted. But they can plant more flowers that are not going to pollute the environment too much with pollen. They need to find another type of tropical flower. Like I like orchids. I like orchids, lilies, and I like the real tropical flowers, really pretty ones. I use them for different stuff, for wash off and hair and stuff. Even though my hair is coming out. He said I have to cut my dread off. I said, they're gonna kill me. I can't cut it off. I guess I'll just lose half my hair right here. It's not just from my dread. It's for these tight ass hairstyles. They make you wear these tight hairstyles. You can't wear your hair loose. That's really a part of it too. Anyway, they always make you wear these fucking tight, slick down ass hairstyles. That's a problem out here. They need to bring some hairstylists out here, because I'm tired of shit. I'm very tired of it. Even if you wear cornrows, that's better than slicking your hair down every fucking day, man. Hairstylists, y'all think about moving out here, because I'm sick of the fucking hairstyle situation out here, talking about they cannot do your hair unless you make an appointment. You have to pay cash. I like a black person has to pay cash. We're not taking a credit or debit from your ass because you look weird. I don't trust your ass. I'm like, that's fine. I'll pay cash. I'm just saying, I have to make it. Yes, you have to make an appointment. Why you not just open, like, where I can just walk in? Now you look suspicious. That's too much shit. I'm like, can't you just do shit at your garage or something? Oh no, I don't want you to know where I live at. Well, then open your salon up and let people walk into your salon and sit there until you have a chair available. Is that doable? I will make an appointment. However, if you gotta be there when I get there, if you wasn't there before I got there doing people's hair, I don't like stuff like that. Like, I want you to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning doing people's hair, and you leave at 7 at night. If you ain't doing stuff like that, I don't want to. See, that's the type of salons they're supposed to have for us. I don't mind if you want to take cash. That's fine. Take cash. Just say it. These salons out here are kind of weird. I'm like, what the heck? Do you even know how to do hair? Like, what you gonna do to my hair? You be at the salon half the day. You be at home. I'm like, how does somebody know how to do hair and they don't be at the salon doing hair all day? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I know they need some more salon people out here to open salons, like big salons where they have to be there at 7 and leave at 7. Like, you can't just show up when the client show up. You have to actually be there, open the spot up. You got barbers and beauticians coming in there early in the morning because they got clientele scheduled. Barbers, you don't have to make an appointment. You walk in. Beauticians, you can make an appointment. But some of them will let you walk in too. So, I like spots like that where it's a big spot. There's several people in there doing hair and stuff. They got an esthetician doing makeup and facials and waxing. You gotta have somebody doing waxing. They got barbers in there. They got beauticians, and they might have a nail artist in there. Maybe next door, have some nail artists doing nails. I like an all-in-one, They can split them into different buildings, put them in the same plaza. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of shit they got going on out here. Who gonna do your eyebrows? They got a different, separate salon for eyebrows. Like, I'm not going to no eyelash salon and shit. Can you do that all in the same plaza or the same spot? These motherfuckers here, they go to an eyebrow salon, they go to an eyelash salon, and they want to go to a nail salon. I don't know who in the fuck do their hair. They get one they family to do their hair for them. Like, that's not how I do it. I don't do it like that. I don't like that shit. That shit's not cute. I do like the eyelash extensions though, the ones you get salon professionally done. I like those. Those are nice, especially out here. You'll need those for sure. The eyebrow thing, I'm not sure if you'll need that right now. Probably not. But you do need the lashes. So if you is trying to travel out here, stay out here, you do need the extension lashes from the eyelash salon. They don't wear no makeup. They don't wear makeup out here. They do like eyelashes. They wear a lot of fucking eyelashes. So get those done. And get some nice little items, for your face so you look nice, because they don't wear makeup out here that much. They just don't. I guess because the weather is kind of humid, so just get some nice items, make you, look girly and cute for your face and stuff like that. Jewelry, not so much. They don't wear jewelry out here because people steal shit too much. But you can get some fake jewelry. I wear fake jewelry, nice earrings and necklaces and bracelets. You see, I don't have no jewelry on whatsoever. And I took all my jewelry off when I got here, and I just left it at the beach. Because the Lord told me I was going to keep getting robbed if I didn't take it off. So I took it off and left it. I would just wear fake jewelry that don't make your skin break out. That way, if they steal it, who cares? I ordered some stuff on Amazon yesterday. I would get on my topic again. I know I was talking about the lawn and garden. This is the women's part of the situation here. Sorry, I'll get on my topic. Anyway, I ordered some stuff on Amazon. Amazon won't process my order. And my daughter keeps getting the orders for me. I made her, share with her sisters and stuff. And so I'm showing my daughters how to put on makeup and stuff. And, how to make themselves really look vibrant. You want to have a vibrant effect, And so I was trying to kind of show people the type of makeup I use, like, especially like when I'm in a humid, hot environment, like that's the type of makeup I'll use, because all the other stuff just starts to come off with the sweat and the oils and stuff. So that's what I use, mostly just certain types of makeup that's just vibrant and girly and just really, really pretty, and don't put that coverage on your skin like that. So I ordered like several palettes, little I don't know what they're called, kits of eye makeup and stuff. Eye makeup can be used on the lips too. It doesn't really contaminate you. It's just lip art, pop art. And it's nice. It's vibrant. I have a hard time finding that stuff out here. I don't know where to get it at. I've been to several stores out here. I've never seen anything like that. But pick up items where you can, just wherever you can find that stuff. It's tough to find out here. They don't really have it. You have to go on Amazon. Get stuff like that. Get your lashes, all your little eye tools, and lip art tools, and stuff. But, you can use it for your brows and stuff like that. You don't need a lot for your brows because eyebrows, like I said, they're not kicking right now. Not out here. You just need basically the eye and lip art, and then lashes and stuff like that. And that's basically it. That's good enough. Do a little dabs, dab a little bit, and then use the more expensive uh, coverage stuff like on special occasions and stuff. Or if you're going to work. If you have a job, then you can wear the regular stuff. You know, you be inside. Unless you have an outdoor job, which will be the lawn and garden stuff I was talking about. Now, if you do lawn and garden, of course you don't need all the full coverage stuff. But if you do lawn and garden, you can put nice eye stuff, lip art and stuff like that. Do your brows a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. It's for homeless women too can do that. Like that's what I do. You know, just put basic stuff on just to make my face, really vibrant looking, and then go about my day. That's it. So yes, you can have outdoor jobs, be homeless, and be an outdoor person and wear makeup. That's vibrant. It's really, really pretty nice. You can wear the regular coverage makeup too, depending on, like I said, the climate where you're at. I did it for several years in California, in Alaska, and I did it a little bit in Washington. Washington, not so much. They don't wear makeup there either. And certain states I went and I did that. They are makeup states, like Georgia and California and Alaska are big makeup states. So I did it. Texas is too. Texas is a makeup state too. So this is not a makeup state. This is more of a hair state. They want you to have like luxurious hair and eyelashes and nice nails. They nails are not that nice, but I don't know what to say about that. All the fucking Vietnamese people and these people's nails are not that nice. That's what they get for being mean to everybody, being communists, calling them fucking cops all day. And then they don't even have nail salons to do people's nails. That shit's funny. But do my monkey face. They don't even have Vietnamese nail salons to keep all these ladies' nails looking nice. They don't. And you don't find them too often. And the ladies' nails are not that nice. They're just regular painted like mine. They do a lot of regular nail painting out here. They don't wear fake nails that much. But their regular nails are always nice and pretty. They keep them nice, polished, and all that stuff. So, it's a low key look out here. That's why I try to tell people it's a low key look. It's mostly, don't maze me. It's mostly based on hair, having long hair. Don't maze me, please. Mostly based on having long hair. Okay. For men and women. They want men to have long hair. And wearing your local outfits, long hair, decent looking nails. And they want you to look like a bikini swimsuit model. The males to look like a hard body, which I'm very much in support of that. Anyway, and they wear a lot of tattoos and stuff. So it's a native look. It's still a native look. It's just a different type of native look. They go for that native, um, just native, notable, wealthy look. That's what they want you to look like you're a wealthy native person with a lot of tattoos and long hair. Anyway, they do a lot of skateboarding, biking. They use a lot of different types of bikes, several different types of bikes and skateboards, unicycles, everything. Every type of motorcycle, uh, mopeds on it. They've got every type of bike, motorcycle, and moped out here. Every type of skateboard, uniboard, and unicycle. And they have every type of Toyota, any type of Toyotas you want to find out here. Then they have British cars out here, which I said I'm gonna outlaw these British fucking cars. They got British cars out here that drive. I don't know. They drive on the American street laws, but the car is all lopsided with the driver on the other side. They have quite a few of them. And a lot of shuttles. If you want to take a shuttle, you have to pay like $6,000 for that. A lot of trolleys. If you want to take a trolley, it's expensive. And they have the high bus, which is that electric bus. Those are nice. There's a trolley too. You have to reserve it. It's a nice electric bus though, so they don't make you feel bad for using a bus. It's nice. It's a charter, yes, it's a charter. But it looks like a regular city bus. It looks like a pimped out city bus. Really, really extravagant, nice. You have to charter it. They don't let you ride. All electric. It's 100% electric. They got a lot of different types of buses out here too, and shuttles and trolleys. Like y'all should check that out. That's a lot of fun. Now that's where you start having fun out here, when you can afford to pay for their buses and shuttles and trolleys, and they just take you all these different places, and they make sure you have a good time and tell you all this different stuff, and that's where it gets fun. You know, you have to have money for that though, cash, debit or credit. Probably cash more than debit or credit, but they'll probably take debit and credit too online if you pay online. And then they have the scenic tour buses and the dolphin tour buses, turtles. They have Koala Valley, and that's Jurassic Park, and they have Polynesian Adventure, Robert's Hawaii, and Sky Tours or something. They've got quite a few of them folks. It's a million of them. You gotta check them out online and see what they offering. That's the fun stuff though. You know, if you stay here like a week or 5 days or whatever, you know, go take your trolley and shuttle tours for like 3 or 4 days. Maybe 3 days. So you can take a couple of days to go see the beaches, which of course, I'm going to see you to Ala Moana. I'm going to see you to Ala Moana, which I was going to go there this week if I need some gear. So you can scuba. You scuba over there. But you got to have scuba gear. Don't let them send you over there without no gear. I told y'all that already. I'm not putting you on my video. Anyway, Ala Moana is the best beach to go to if you're a tourist of any color. You can be any color. You don't have to be pale or tan. You could be black and go over there too. They have blacks that go over there. The only thing is you need a lot of gear. So you can scuba. You can go out and see the coral reef. I told you about that, right? You can go see the coral reef. And you need a board. Try to get a paddle board or a surfboard so you can get on the board and go to the reef, because you need a board to get out there. You can swim out there. It's just quite a distance. It's quite a distance to swim. So you need a board to go out there, and then you get off the board, and you can see the reef. Take some bicycles and bicycle around there, and then put your bikes up. You know where you gonna put your bikes in, but you can bicycle over there. You can bicycle over there. You just need a bicycle that can hold a board, and put your gear in your backpack, some water, some food. Make sure you bring water and food the rest of the day. And you just bicycle over there. You can bicycle, see the area. Get off your bike, chain it up, and then take your backpack, go and scuba dive and see the coral reef and stuff like that. And if I don't know if you'll be able to bring a lot of water if you go that route. You don't have to bicycle. I mean, you could get in a car, but I think it's nice to ride a bike over there because you need to bring a lot of water to clean yourself. You might be able to fit it all in a backpack. You need a big backpack though. It has to be like those hiking backpacks. Because you need that big jug of water and a couple of small bottles of water to drink. And then you need some snacks to eat. There's no food vendors out there. There's no water or food vendors out there. So you have to bring everything. So bring you like 3 bottles of water to drink, or a big bottle of water to drink, a jug of water to wash yourself, a beach towel, your flippers, and the surf shoes, those special surf shoes. And then make sure you have a little first aid kit in there too in case you get injured, because there's a lot of rocks in the water. And some goggles so you can scuba, and then the little snorkel thing, and then that's it. You know, you wear all your swimwear gear. That's it. That's about it. I don't know if you need a skin cream or lotion or oil. May bring some of that too. And hit the water and go scuba and surf. It's a nice beach for that. None of the beaches have food or drink vendors, so just remember that. The only one that has a store nearby that I've seen is at Haleiwa Beach, and they don't want black people there. They have 7-Eleven right there. I don't think any of the beaches sell food or drinks at the beach. It might be like across over there somewhere, you know, not at the beach. So you gotta bring your own stuff. That's it. So I'm hoping to check Alamoina out again soon and try to do my scuba. I don't know how you take underwater pictures. Definitely get a camera that you can take pictures underwater for this trip to Hawaii, because that's where it's at, underwater. Get your goggles and your camera that take pictures underwater. You'll need that for sure. And video, underwater video, pictures, and you know, little slideshows and stuff of what you've seen under the water. That's very important for here too. So the natural environment here is not that pristine, but the underwater environment I think is a lot more interesting. Depends where you at, because there's some nice mountains out here, the lookouts and all that. It's really, really interesting. So yeah, that's it. Ladies, you know what? You do your best to get these lawn and garden jobs for the Hawaiian Islands and Pacific, the whole Pacific. I want a Pacific women's work rights group so we can get these lawn and garden jobs and businesses going and make some money and stop having to live with these dipshit ass dudes and different people, family members and shit. Get your own shit. GYOS. GYOS. $1,000 to $3,000 a day, cutting grass, planting flowers and stuff. You can't beat that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you're not gonna look like a man. I told y'all, just wear your little spandex outfits. Make sure you keep your skin covered so you won't get allergies from the grass on your skin. And wear you just a little bit of makeup and, tie your hair up with a scarf and go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Lawn and garden, go for it, girls. That was funny. That just all just put together, right? Anyway, that's why I'm a rapper. Sorry, I had to contact AG because I'm trying not to do that too much. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend. TGIF. I hope I have a good birthday. If I don't, forgive me. Happy birthday to the Virgos. Love y'all. 1,000,000%. And get ready for the other birthdays this month too. All right. Have a good one.